Give him 2 minutes. Oh
Oh,
man.
we already live. What's going on, everybody?
Hey.
Think Again podcast.
We didn't get the intro. What?
I know, right? I mean, I can't because the internet acting crazy right now, man. So, um, popping out today. Probably won't be too long, man. I'm gonna try not to cough my lung out while I'm talking to y'all. But man, been a lot of crazy stuff going on. While Jay getting this stuff, getting ready. What you think about that girl, man? That hit that one, allegedly, she hit that
No,
girl with
it
that
wasn't no
baton
allegedly.
running track,
It
huh?
wasn't no allegedly, man. That girl did that on purpose,
She
man.
did on. You think she did on purpose?
I know.
She
I
claimed
ran.
victim
I ran
afterwards.
track. I ran
Yeah, I'm
track.
saying I never seen that happen. I never seen that happen with people that
That's
ran
on
track.
purpose.
I
If
never seen that
anything,
happen.
if anything, you're gonna hit yourself in the face when you're running. That's on purpose.
And then the way she looked, she like, oh, she thinks she finna outrun me, huh? Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay, I got
then
something for you.
then
Yeah.
she on the campaign crying. She
Man,
crying, man. You about to get elected. Oh,
man. What do
Earl.
you think about that, Jay? You think she hit her in the head with that baton on purpose, the track?
It's two, of course, but it's two things that's happening here with her. The first thing is sports frustration. In the moment, you
Oh yeah.
think, and you just like that moment happened so fast. It was so much frustration. It was like at a bomb in her head about that. You know what I mean? And she just did it. She just reacted.
Mm-hmm.
And that's heinous action. You know what I mean? The second thing is The second thing is, we if you love women, if you love little girls, like black women, I love our black women like you love your daughter. When you see them cry,
Yeah.
you have an instinct to protect them, to believe them, and to seek justice for them. And that was just the video evidence shows the crying person. So many people told me I believe that crying girl. Why
Nah.
they do
Nah.
why they do her like that? Then they
Well,
saw the video. I was like, what the hell was she thinking? Like,
well, I know.
goddamn.
I know the
Like,
woman. I know the woman I grew up around. They would have whooped her, even if she was crying. They still would have whooped her
Yeah.
for doing it. You know what I'm saying? Beat the brain. You know
On
what
the
I'm saying?
whole, she on the whole
It's
campaign
on video
crying.
too. It's
Yeah.
on video too. But yeah, that's
it's
crazy.
on video, and it's just like, man, she's crying from the depths of her soul. And anybody
Who
who's
wouldn't
had,
do that to get out of trouble? Who wouldn't do that to get out of trouble?
Come on now.
but they something purposely, if you could do it, but it seems so genuine and sincere. You got to look at that. Like
So you
you are,
think that was genuine and sincere? You think that was?
no,
Or you think that
I,
was her
I
trying to?
think I think it seems
Oh, okay.
this Holly Berry level acting. And but
Oh,
guess what?
100%. She get Academy Award 100%.
Those emotions are real and they're true, but they're coming from another place. Maybe she's sad about the things
Or getting
she
caught.
potentially lose
Mm-hmm.
and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. But you want when you see a woman, girl, especially us, a person of color, having
Yeah.
that kind of reaction, you want to protect her. You want it's like your child. You want to pat on the back and say everything's gonna be all right. Then you look at what she did, and it's like, girl,
Yeah.
it's like maybe it's a
Yeah.
demon in you. You know what I mean? And uh, those
So,
pictures don't match.
so
Yeah.
is the family being biased, or are they being
Oh,
wrong, or are they being
of
biased?
course, of course. But you as any parent, you still don't want your kid to go through that, but they got to be held accountable too. Because
Yeah,
man, as a
yeah,
person that ran track,
100%.
you, I, when I first saw the video, I said, "Girl, you know you did that on purpose. You probably didn't
Yeah,
think you hit her that hard, but and you probably didn't hit her that hard, but it's just the fact that you did it. No, that's gonna mess up a. And she probably was a great track runner, and it's gonna mess up the scholarships and all that stuff. But
PR, PR is a
yeah,
monster, boy.
Now,
they
so
doing clean up.
another thing too is is it being on video.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah.
like, okay, have we ever did something in the movies that was like a little questionable? I mean, I snuck some food in there, you
Hmm.
touched the girl thigh, but it's in the dark, and it was a split second,
Yeah.
or the fight. You know what I mean? You snuck a body shot in late,
Hmm.
but with cameras, we
Mm.
can zoom in close up. That split second moment for you
Yeah.
that you thought you could play off. Like if we didn't have it on the tape, she could say I was running and it
Yeah.
was an accident. But we got frame
Man,
by
look like that.
frame.
Yeah.
And you can't resell a story when somebody has video evidence
Boy.
like that.
Yeah, man. Anybody know when you run track, if anything, you're gonna hit yourself in the face or hit your leg. You're
Or
not just
wrong.
going,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You're just not gonna go to the whole nother lane
Unless you
and
got like
pass.
Scottie Pippen arms or something. She ain't got no Scottie Pippen
No.
arms, you know what I'm
You're
saying?
most likely to hit your teammate
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
going that fast
Yeah.
versus
Yeah. He-
hitting the actual other person in the lane. And
Man.
they little girl, we big men. We was big in high school. We take up the lane. We got long arms.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're still gonna hit yourself before you hit another.
Yeah.
For
Hit
sure.
somebody in another lane.
All right, let's get into the podcast. That's the warm up. The trending topic that I've been seeing on social media. The black Captain America, Anthony Mackie,
Oh, sorry.
says success is given, not earned. He was saying that his Hollywood career, he's seen people have one role, they go to Academy awards, and just blow up, and then there be other people just as talented, and they just haven't got that opportunity yet.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all think? Y'all think what he's saying? I think it's a two-sided coin, but I see what
Yeah.
y'all say.
Yeah, it's hold on, excuse me. It's definitely two sided, but certain actors they when they take on certain roles, you have to be careful because you will get typecasted. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I don't think it's the typecast. I just think like just to
with
get put on like on something that's
yes,
gonna blow you instead of a B level, C level movie. Kind of like with Jonathan Majors. What's the name gave him opportunity. You know what I'm saying? They put him on when he did Creed.
it wasn't. Nah, it was something a little bit before that.
What was before that? When he was on the map, I think man, Creed put him like in the mainstream though.
Nah,
No, it wasn't that, but yeah,
it,
that one thing. But that's a good example of the steps it takes, right?
Yeah,
Um, so what, like, I think what he's talking about is it's a mix. It's like a cake.
yeah,
It's not one ingredient. It's not one decision. It's not one role being picked. So uh, in Jonathan Major's case, he had been doing so much work, so
mhm,
many movies that he used acting skills that wasn't necessarily A-list movies, but he did the hard work. He did the grind. You know what I mean? Um, and he did all that stuff. But still, somebody had to take him to that next level.
mhm.
He was picked and pulled in for Creed.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was.
and Anthony Mackie saying he's not saying they didn't work for it.
right,
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because
right,
Jonathan Majors had to lift those weights. He
right.
had to go to that acting class. He had to
100%.
go to those rehearsals. But it takes more than that.
Right.
We're telling our kids it's all it takes is an education and
Mm-mm.
to work hard, make good grades, and you'll be whatever you want to be. It's that plus you
Mm-mm.
have to be
Yeah.
chosen. Like he
Yeah.
even
Preparation and opportunity. It got to meet
Yeah.
like preparation and opportunity. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
like even it's like was
Yeah.
Fred Taylor and Ron Clark and stuff like Ron Clark was the biggest, the fastest, but he stayed in the league for like 15, 20 years. Fred Taylor went to Florida. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
220 pounds, runs a 4.2.
Yeah.
He had to run a good 40. He had to lift
Mm-hmm.
those weights. He had to have a good college career, and he was chosen for the next level. It's not just one of those things.
Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
hard work and opportunity, like Mike said,
Yeah.
the intersection of those things.
Yeah. Because it's kind of like
Cause
a catch. It's a catch 22 to it all.
yeah.
To others it might seem like it was given to you, but like to say exactly what John's saying, it's like you worked hard for this. Like I know a lot of people probably didn't watch Lovecraft and Country. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's what I think took them to the next level. Like once that show had ended, because it ended after like one season, maybe two.
Yeah.
But once people started watching, it was like, why did it end? Why did it end? And then that's when he got the role as I want to say I want to say it was Kane first, but it might have been when he got the role of Kane in the comic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say it might. He probably had got that role in the boxing film first. But one they kind of combined too. But he was probably shooting them at the same time or
Mm-hmm.
not far apart. But yeah,
Then too, for regular people, some jobs like if somebody doesn't think you fit their culture, no matter how bad you want it, that's what's the name of this title. This show, Right, Wrong, and Reality. It may be right, it may be wrong, but reality sometimes just how this is the reality. If somebody don't give you the opportunity, you're not gonna get in that door. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be prepared to go through the door at the same time. I've seen dudes that somebody gave them the opportunity and they weren't ready for it. And then when they get in there, it's like, man, I ain't know it's gonna be all this. Man, I put you on. You don't even know what networking is. And I gave you this opportunity. Now you in here looking crazy. You know, I've seen that happen before. There's people, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They say they know networking, then, but they don't know how to work a computer. It's like, if you don't know how to work a computer, how do you know networking? You know what I'm saying? But he
Yeah,
just know it on paper. He just know how to know it on paper, but he didn't do the physical part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
If I'm not giving success, I'm gonna pick the lock and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Because
yeah. Sometimes you end up you still end up, on that level. You got the job, but you never get promotions. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because you're not, and then that new guy comes, and then he gets a promotion because he knows X and O. You gotta
And
keep.
he know how to glaze. He know how to glaze everybody too. That's another thing too.
Yeah, and and it's like Mike said, with preparation, right? And we talking about the thing about nepotism. People don't really say.
Boy.
Sometimes they do the little work, but once they do that little work, it's guaranteed. So what I mean by that, everybody they say Junior or Tony Junior. When you get out of college, when you get your degree, when you get 4 years, when you get your bachelor's, we got you.
Yeah.
But he has to get his bachelor's. He has to do the work, get the degree, and then he'll be taken care of that. So his portion is to get the degree, do all that work, all that grinding, and then they'll take it from there. Some of other people, they aren't able to get the degree, and then the others who do sit there with their degree and can't get a job. I've seen people with masters making $30,000 a year. They did the work, but they just didn't get the call.
I think you got to do the work on the degree that you get to, man. You got to do an analysis or research. What's the demand for the field that you're majoring in? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can go on the state, look up some of these jobs. Like I know one dude, he got a degree in like biology or something like that, and the jobs that this health department was paying, it probably was a laid back job, but like you said, it was only paying like 30 or 40,000, and he got a 4-year degree. But it's like the demand is not that great. Maybe in bigger city it may be, but in a smaller city where it's only 200,000 people, you got to think about that when you go get this degree.
That factors in, but when you're chosen, when they give it to you, it doesn't matter. That's what
true.
He's saying. You did all the work with a nonsensical. Like I was working for Verizon back in the day. I'm sorry, to say that name,
sure.
but one of their vice presidents that came to talk to the new employees and things like that. And he was talking to us, she was talking to us, and she was telling us all about that, you know what I mean, and moving up in the company. She said, I started here and I was able to move this and that, and I traveled a lot. And then, so when you're picking your degree, pick your degree in this, and you can figure out where you need to go. And then one person said, what's your degree in? She's like, she said art. This person is in a telecommunications company.
Yep.
High level, especially when you're looking at Arkansas, things like that. She said, that her degree was in art. Just because she had the degree, that means she can move to this level. And I'm pretty sure she worked hard for her art degree. But we got somebody, he got a degree in computer science and business management, but they can't get a promotion. But
like you said, though, sometimes it could be like the cake, right? The cake, it's like the degree, it's likability, it's social skills, mindset. you know, he might not have enough for the likability in there. I've been part of that myself. You ain't.
Who gives? I mean, like, and that's when they're saying giving. Who chooses that person's likability with the art degree? You know what I mean?
She might be.
Somebody took a chance on a person with an art degree, with all these business majors in here. Somebody took a chance on that.
She was low on ingredients in the degree, but she might have like high likable,
Guess
high
what?
visual. Who
So
knows?
that's what Anthony Mackie was talking about too. We want to sit on the sideline and justify somebody being given something.
It ain't justifying. It's like I said, the title, right, wrong, or reality. Reality is she got it. However she got it, she got it. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I can only worry about me at the end of the day. I got to
Exactly.
on
You
me,
can't focus on others.
Yeah,
So,
you know what I'm saying?
hey, I did the same work they did. I work harder than them, and I did this, and I'm not getting the calls.
Because maybe my success is not here. Maybe my success is somewhere else. I just got to be patient and wait on that door to open. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it work like that. So.
And then, like with it not being earned, how long do you wait? What moves do you make? You're making moves. You're bettering yourself. You know what I mean? And it's not happening because you can't earn your way out of some holes. You can't work. Is not amount of self-improvement that you can do to get out of some holes, or because you think you deserve that level of success.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just not a thing that you can work toward.
And then sometimes you just got to gain that experience for the next company you might go to, or you just do it for yourself. You know.
Right. Exactly.
But I don't know. I think it's all bunch of bull crap. But
kind of is. It's reality. It's just reality. Yeah. Reality is bullcrap, to be honest with
you. And it's not a certain recipe that you can say, I get this. You know, and like especially like football. Well, if I keep my grades up, I stay in shape, I lift weights, you know, I study the game, I'll be in the NBA or in NFL. It doesn't work like this.
Nah, because what Taylor Mays was a freakish athlete at USC, 6'2". Ran like a 4.29 in the combine or something like that. You know, I don't even think he could start on an NFL team, man. That dude was a beast, man.
And that's
knocking dudes out in college, man. Taylor Mays.
And Tyrann Mathieu, you know what I mean? Like
Tyrann Mathieu, yup. Well, he got in trouble. He couldn't get off the field. That's what messing him up off the field.
I mean, but what Tyrann Mathieu like 5'9", 5'10", but when he gets on the field, I think he run a 4.7, but when he gets on the field, he makes things happen.
Awareness.
When you look at this guy on paper, he's got off the field issues at LSU. He's not the fastest in the 40. His weight room stuff doesn't look extraordinary, but you put him on the field and he's magic.
Yeah.
How many other guys could do that?
Yeah.
That actually, you know, put in the work or didn't have the off the field trouble. Some people just pop and some people don't.
Yeah. For sure.
And that's why it always goes back to who you know, man. You can have all the tools in the toolbox. But if you don't know the right people to put you in that position, like just even put you in that position to even take what you know to a whole nother level, man, it's just now you just got a toolbox and you just carry it around.
Yeah. All right, go to the next one. Pick one. Major Payne or Life?
Major Payne was an awesome movie, and it's crazy. It's an awesome standalone movie with him basically being the guy running the whole movie. Comedy is crazy, but
Life.
But I gotta go Life. Eddie Murphy. I'm never gonna pick against Eddie Murphy. And then you put Martin in there too. Probably two of the funniest of all time.
Yeah.
And then the supporting cast was amazing. The story was tragic. You know what I mean?
Boy, happened to a lot of people. Yeah, wrong.
It was very pro-black. You can't vote against Life.
Yeah, that movie that woke me up. When I seen that movie, it made me think about choice too. One choice, man, could just change your whole life, man. One choice, man.
Association, you know what I mean? I don't know this man. I didn't come here with this man. I'm leaving.
Even before he had to go on the road, he had to get in the car with dude because he made a choice to run. No, did he gamble or something? Or did he run numbers? Or did he get a loan and he couldn't pay it? And they said, you gonna ride down there with him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
they was trying to say it, but it wasn't exactly the same. But they kind of it was kind of like how Quick was in Harlem Nights. It's
Yeah.
not the same thing, but it's kind of like the same reference. Like what if Quick did
Yeah.
this? But yeah, man, it was a life. I fool with life more.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
fool with both of them. I like Major Payne too, but yeah, life was pretty good.
yeah.
If I did page of Major Payne could do Damon Wayans is crazy. He should have did like a Homie the Clown or something. That would have been funny too. But yeah, Major Payne was pretty crazy.
Well,
Yeah,
that,
he could
Life
have.
too.
I think that should have been Major Payne should have been probably a trilogy where he did other stuff because Hulk Hogan made a lot of dumb comedy little movies. You know what I mean? Like if he could, that character was so good. He should have used him in more movies.
Yeah.
Major Payne should have been a trilogy. And I forget to mention, like I said, Martin and Eddie Murphy. Bernie Mac was in there.
Man,
Boy,
That's
Bernie Mac,
crazy.
Juwanna Man was in it. Anthony Anderson
Yeah.
was in it.
what's
And
what's the other one with the brother? The gosh,
Huh?
with the two brothers. The one that was in Poetic Justice. Gosh, what's his name? Guy Tucker. Guy Tucker.
Oh yeah,
God,
yeah,
Tucker.
yeah. Can't get right.
Yeah. Well, no,
Yeah.
that's Bokeem. That's Bokeem. What?
Booking, yeah.
Boy. Said, boy, I don't hear nothing about no boom boom room. You hear me? Said, boy, shut your mouth.
Yeah. And yo,
So it's so
Yeah.
many legends in that movie. Versus Damon Wayans. Stand.
Oh man, what's his name was funny? They gave him that cupcake. They had laced that cupcake. They thought they was gonna make him pass out. He just passed.
Mhm.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that little kid walked by and just passed out, man.
Damon was
funny.
Damon was slept on though, man.
Yeah, he was. Him and Keenan Ivory Wayans was slept on. Them the two funny dudes, man.
I mean, they just made the movies and they
Yeah.
kept the whole any movie they started in was just awesome. It was gonna be funny. Even the action movies like Last Boy Scout, you know what I mean? Bulletproof with Adam Sandler. Before Adam Sandler was like really popping like that. It's just everything they did was gonna go. But when you don't have that big money like those studios like a Tyler Perry Studios,
Yeah.
you don't have money like that.
But yeah,
It's
and that's
you can't make just like you can't make a Major Payne trilogy. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and it was just the independent, just to have that independence. That's what's missing a lot now. But
yeah.
You deaf, huh? Well, let me tell you something. If you don't listen to me,
I better put my
when I
foot-
talk, I'm gonna put my foot in.
Uh,
That dude's stupid,
And
man.
and then it's like, well, and they say the black community, this one on Tyler Perry doesn't have the buying power. Tyler Perry's whole demographic, his
man,
target demographic
Ooh,
is black people.
man,
No, black women. I think more black women.
No,
Oh, no, guess
hey,
what?
don't-
Hey, no argument appeal. Give it to them. Black women. No,
hey.
just black women, right?
Yeah, I was about to say
His target
because
audience
He like
is
the
just
Black Lifetime. He like
Yeah.
Black Lifetime.
Yeah.
He like the black version of
I
Lifetime.
agree.
one thing about it,
No, just agree with him. Like, so I'm
Yeah.
agreeing with you. Like he just has black women, as you said, but this man is a billionaire, and
yeah,
people say the black dollar don't care. He's only targeting black women.
That's who more loyal. Black women. Black men ain't loyal like that.
So black. That's telling you.
The only time a dude take a girl to go see the Tyler Perry movie, he trying to smash, right or wrong.
Guess what?
it's not
Just
the
the black
movie.
woman dollar has
Huh?
made him a billionaire.
I think it is.
No,
I
don't get-
agree.
Well, it may be the
Oh,
other
you
men.
think-
It may be the YMCA. It may be the
No.
YMCA dudes.
No, don't get it
You're
confused.
telling
Like,
me the black women and the alphabet boys can give him $1 million. That's just a fraction of the black buying power that we have. We made the black community. Matter of fact, you said not the black community, just the women have made a billionaire. He surpassed
yeah.
Oprah with money.
I don't think he's surprised over.
When people say that the black women or black community doesn't have buying power, we made our own billionaire.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So
I think it was mostly
few
women
of
though.
them.
I bet you
okay,
did.
So women are half the population, right, or less than half of the
Yeah.
I
black.
bet you if we did a pie chart on what's really supporting him, I bet you I'm gonna say 80% women, bro.
You're missing. You're still missing the whole point. The buying
Yeah.
power of just women is billions of dollars.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have control and we have buying power.
Mhm.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So we're a demographic that makes money, that spends money.
Okay.
And
And,
that's just my only thing about that.
Okay.
We have that kind of control and that kind of we're that valuable.
I don't have enough lungs to even try to debate with you. I really don't.
I'm not.
I
What am I
don't.
debating? I'm
Huh?
just stating the fact.
yeah.
Like,
and-
do you
I
think?
think
Do you think we have, or do you think the black community has buying power?
if they had their priorities right, but we buying all kind of other stuff like the
Yeah.
Hellcats and the Dodgers, yeah, with stuff like that. Shit.
they Missy Elliott with it. Dodging it. No, but for real though, on the cool though,
We don't make
the
no
one
super PACs. We don't do no super PACs, nothing like that.
like what I noticed with Tyler Perry with the men, he down there had the same actors. Even with the women too. He have the same actors.
So when last time y'all went and saw by yourself went to go watch the Tyler Perry movie?
I watch a show anyway, and you wouldn't even know. Like, damn, oh Tyler Perry. This. Hold on.
No, talking about you
it
went to
was-
the movies. You went to the movies and
I
watched
don't-
his movies.
I ain't went to the movies since
That's what I'm saying. Women still
I
go to the
don't- I
movie
don't-
just to watch his movies. That's what
no,
I'm trying to tell you.
they just go to the movies.
They'll do a ladies' night. They'll do a ladies' night and go 20 deep or something.
Guess what? You know what I mean? And that's showing that us as a culture or as a community can do things. Our money matters.
Well, since we talking about culture and community, that's right. They go segue right into this. Hazing allegations. Is hazing allegations tainting the image of fraternities and organizations? You know the guy that got died as a result of it. It was a Southern or something like that. Pledging Omega Psi Phi, something like that.
But it wasn't. It
I
wasn't.
don't know. I don't know if it was them.
Yeah, it was somebody that had already graduated and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
It was a fraternity. I don't know. Which
It was
one
Omega. It was Omega because what's his name was talking about it. What's my guy name?
yeah.
Ricky Smiley. He Omega. He was saying, yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Try not to get involved with the alphabets. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't want to get involved. But I'm just saying, but do it taint
No,
the image?
it's a part of it though.
Because people dance around it. They try to say it's supposed to be no hazing, but we all know. Come on, get out
No,
of here.
it really ain't because you know.
Man, get out of here. Come on, man.
Compared,
That's PR.
Compared to how it used to be, they just been taking it easy. They just been taking it easy, but that person probably were full, drunk, and some more stuff, and want to, because you can't be like, no, you're not welcome here, because he already in pledge. But you know what I'm saying? That I think the dude that got charged, he was like 30 something years old, 38, something like that, 30 something years old.
Oh,
Yeah, and that's
And then the some of the allegations that came out is like he was passed out, and they were saying they should have called 911 then, but they were sitting there contemplating what they should do. They changed his clothes while he was unresponsive. This is
You
just
see what I'm
allegations
saying?
that's floating around out there. You know what I'm saying? Little silly stuff like that.
Boy gets scared and some more stuff. If I'm
So-
not mistaken,
And then dropped him off at the hospital and then left. You know what I'm saying?
anything. A lot of times, I think people don't want you to see the phones and things. Anything you can't record, you probably shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean?
That's
And-
good.
And it's just really like that. If you discipline your kids, and if you would discipline them different, if a camera was right there, the thing you're doing is wrong. You know what I mean? And if you have to think,
Boy,
hey,
all
let me
our
turn
parents
the
would be
camera
in
on.
jail. All our parents would be in trouble because I'm pretty sure.
Like now
Boy.
they'll be in trouble now, but at the
Boy.
time
Yeah.
they wouldn't be in trouble. Like he did
Yeah,
that, he
it's
get a
hard.
whooping at that time. Like Peel said, it's time to change.
See, it's a two-sided coin too, man, because anytime you join something or want to be a part of something, you have to think about the cost of it. People can say, once you get past the right and wrong of it, now you get into the reality. If I want to join this organization or whatever, I got to think about what is it going to cost me not just money wise, but physically and mentally to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now they gonna tell you it's a non-Haitian. They gonna tell you whatever they gonna tell you. But when
But
they
I mean,
get you in the warehouse, well, I don't know what that, but it's gonna be a whole nother
It,
story. You know what I'm saying?
and
like,
this,
And
this
hazing just don't do it with fraternities. You can happen at your job, racial hazing. I mean, you're gonna face hazing in different parts of your
yeah,
life. It's just impossible not to
yeah,
to
boy, I was sure about to say something about it.
um just join the game. People be talking about gangs and stuff. It sound like it's no different than the game to me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So I know up here you have to keep that idea in your head. So that's the thing with me. Little hazing, you everything has a cost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
everything
if
got a
they
cost.
want you to, maybe take a couple licks, that's fine. You know what I mean? Eat some mystery food, that's fine, right? You know what I mean? But when it's like weeks long of doing something that's abusive, like like you can see that's abusive, it's illegal to assault another person. It's illegal
yes,
to
sir.
sexually do something to people without their consent or in mystery. You know what I mean? Like you don't know you put your hand in this box and it's somebody else's genitalia. Like that's SA. You know what I mean? So uh, it's that's just wrong and illegal. And then you got to look at the other part. People say, well, I like fraternities and sororities because they're sophisticated. It's a higher education thing. But
Right.
sometimes you look at the activities, the actions, what's separating this group from a gang?
Mm,
Like Drewski was uh, throwing up signs of a fraternity he wasn't in, and they're going to physically assault him. What do gangs do when you throw up a signs of an organization that you're not in?
Yeah.
What do gangs do to that?
mm,
They want to physically assault you. So you're college educated men or women physically assaulting another person because they're wearing your jacket and you're wearing your colors. That sounds like a gang to me. Don't wear our colors. Don't wear our uniforms, or we will. They don't want to sue you. They don't
no,
want to ask you nicely to take it off. They want to physically assault you for disrespecting them, and
but
that's
that's
no different from a gang to me.
that, and to others it might seem like it's a game, but it goes back to the old times. You know what I'm saying? It goes way back. It's like if you from this tribe, you from that tribe. Don't go around there masquerading like you. Oh, I'm with you. You pretending. Some people have a problem with it. Some don't. It's just you just can't put it on everybody.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not different.
Right. Exactly. Like I said, it's right and wrong reality.
But
Some
this
people
is
think
like
it's right. Some people think it's wrong. Some people think that's their reality. This is what it is. What it is.
so
Right.
pretending that you're in a gang that you're not
Boy.
can get you shot or beat up.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to put in work. Oh, you
But
want to be a
why
part of this?
are
Yeah.
I know they do community service, and things like that, but why are the consequences the same if I wear another a Greek organization's paraphernalia? The consequences are the same for me doing that to them or doing that to a gang. I
Yeah.
don't think if you're above it, be above it. If you're
Yeah.
not a gang, if you're not a blood, Crip, GD, Vice Lord, if you're not that, don't act like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, because gangs do community service too. You know what I mean?
But you hear
We
that
talk
though.
to around,
A lot of dudes in
give
LA
not
though.
hurt.
A lot of dudes in LA though. You hear this a lot. Even sometimes dudes you talk to
Well,
here. When you
well.
grew up in that neighborhood, that's how you survive. Is you're like
Mm-mm.
associated with that neighborhood because that's where you from. Whether
Yeah.
fly the colors or not.
Whether you do,
You know what I'm
like
saying? Still,
it's like
I'm
a
not saying it's
general.
right or wrong. I'm saying it's reality. You know what I'm saying?
You work in environmental services and you masquerading like you are in. It's kind of the same thing. Like, can I do life saving measures? Probably not. But just because I got on the uniform, hey, they already thought it anyway. But it goes a lot deeper than meets the eye when it comes to fraternal
And if it's
organization.
secret, man, if it's a secret society, like
It's
you
not
don't even know
secret.
about it, you got to join something you don't know nothing about.
It's
Like
not a
you got to.
secret.
I
Nothing
mean, yeah,
is a
it can't be a
secret.
secret because it's attached to higher education. That
I
can only
mean, if
do
you
it.
don't know nobody, how do you know what the hazing process is? If you don't know nobody,
Yeah,
how
I
do you
It
know
mean,
ain't.
what it is?
It's you talk to them same people every day.
no,
But I'm saying, but they're not gonna tell you what the hazing process. Yeah, before you join it, this is what's gonna happen.
but
We're
That
gonna put
it's
you. We're gonna
also
put you on a donkey. We're gonna blindfold you. You're gonna go around a circle. We're gonna hit you on the tail with a paddle. They ain't gonna tell you that.
yeah.
well, I mean, a lot of times it's like networking. You know what I mean? You're in that network. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff that's general knowledge for you because you're in IT. It's
Yeah.
just not general knowledge for us because we're on the outside. If you're
Right.
in that community and you're that network,
But the information is available though. You can go find it. That's the
That-
difference with IT.
That's
You can't go find information about how Omega gonna haze you in Nebraska.
that's
You don't know they're
that's
gonna put you in the cornfield somewhere with a dog collar. You don't know.
that
You don't
that's
know
it,
that.
real.
the
That's a lie.
information is out there. They have access to that information before a hand. Like a normal civilian wouldn't know it. Like it's like the army. It's like some stuff that's known in the army, but when you get behind the door, you know what you're doing. You know what you're consenting to
Yeah.
before then. And guess what? Anybody
But
that's
they don't tell. Do they tell you when they recruit
hey,
you in
they
the
can walk
army?
out.
Yeah.
They don't tell
They
you
can
about
walk,
basic training. They don't tell you about that duty when they
No,
recruit you.
you 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have somebody in the family that's already gonna tell you
Right.
this
yeah,
is
but
what's about to go down.
exactly right. And guess what? Another thing too about hazing, you can walk out, but you walk out without those letters. You choose to stay
Right.
because you want those letters.
Right.
That's your choice.
Right.
A lot of this stuff is consensual until it's not.
Right.
That's why it's dangerous because I consent to going behind this door, but I don't know what's behind the door.
And this is what I just said a few minutes ago. You said
But
people know though.
But guess what?
but
You can leave. Guess what? You get behind there, you see it, you can leave. But you want to take one more step when it's like, hey, after each blow, you can quit.
and I look at it even though it's a different perspective, I look at it the same way when people go get degrees. When you get a degree in a certain field, the right field, you think you're gonna stop at that one? You're gonna be like, no, I'm gonna go to this one, this one, this one, and this in the same field. Not no, I'm going to arts, but I want a job in I'm going for arts. No, I'm going for let's say I'm going to get something for science. But I got a degree in painting. It doesn't make sense, right?
It went in and out trying to see what you're saying. It sounds like you're saying somebody pick a broad topic and they go off topic. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm basically saying is, you know, especially with IT, is levels to this shit, right? Excuse my language, y'all. It's
Yeah,
levels to it.
but it's information out there to tell you about every level. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
no, that is not
No,
information.
like it's stuff you didn't find out until you was on the job.
Till you got
You
there.
cannot tell me it wasn't.
You said what?
It's stuff you didn't find out until you actually had that job.
No, I'm
working
saying
there.
general stuff about programming.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
get-
of course, yes.
That's because that's what it
Yeah.
boiled. The stuff you
Guess
don't
what?
know is about the
We're talking
culture.
Guess what?
No,
and the same thing. We're talking about general stuff that we know about that
There's
stuff.
what's general stuff about Haitian that you know about Kappas.
What that we're talking about, like this person, like you talking about everybody's heard about the paddle, the humiliation, or this and that.
I'm just making the general thing. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know.
And
Yeah,
that's
but
just, but
that's
you
what we're saying.
general, you don't know, but you're saying general information. So
Who
you
said
know
it's general? I could have just made that up. Who said it's general?
it-
I never been behind the
it-
black veil. I don't know. I never been behind the black veil. I don't know.
Hey, you've been a runner, but you just didn't know who you was the whole time. Cause that's
You
how
know,
that's
I mean, we may not know the ins and outs, the
Yeah.
secret knowledge, or
no secret.
the deeper meaning behind the things. Some of them do, you know
Yeah.
what I mean. But we know it involves somebody's getting hurt. This been going on for years. People every couple years, somebody goes to the hospital, somebody
Mhm.
falls out of the window or something like that, we know it's some kind of, generally, we know it's some kind of harm,
Yeah.
be
Then they
done.
talk
I
bad
think
about you if you
they
go
do.
grad. Then if you go grad, they talk about you if you do
And
it on
guess what?
paper.
I mean, like, where did you hear that information? That's general information, right?
Oh, is that general? I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
You hear different fraternities talk about
I mean,
that.
it's not a secret. It's something you know, and
No,
you're
I think we was walking around on a concave one time they had down here. We just walking down the street or downtown,
and
and
guess what? And
they
Hold
was
on.
talking crazy to people.
Hold on. What?
That information was
A conclave, I think we was
Hold
just
on.
walking. Me and Jay were
Hold on.
downtown. What's up?
What's the levels of um what's the levels of certification when you getting your degree?
You said levels of certification?
Yeah. Yeah.
A
'Cause I don't know
level of degree. What a level of
Yes.
degree?
Was
both,
it
like, what's the lower level?
is
Hey,
it associates, bachelors, masters, and then
And
what?
then terminal like JD and a doctor, or like
Okay.
an actual
I
doctor,
got
like
you.
MD.
But it's kind of like the same thing. But people won't
But
say it.
you not in the room, man, in the dark with
Yeah.
blindfolded, wondering
You think
what's
you
going to happen next. Though that's the difference.
hold
Though.
on. You think a person with associates can talk to a person with a master's and they would understand exactly what each other talking about? Or the person with the master's, I already know what that person with associates already talking about.
I feel what you're saying on that pill.
I'm just hey, it's levels to that shit, man. Excuse my language, y'all.
Yeah. But I'm saying
I
you don't
don't,
know
man,
the
I don't
levels
think
until you
so.
go behind that black. You don't know the level. You got to tell yourself before
And that's
I
what
go.
I'm saying. And as an associate's level person, you don't know.
Even when I got it, when I went to school for the 4-year degree, it's some stuff I don't know that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna handle the degree and whatever else happen. I had to tell myself that.
That's
The unknowns.
that's all I'm saying.
And that's what they
But
said.
here's the deal though.
That's what they said.
The person who's doing the hazing, you don't know the person that you're hazing. You don't know that person's physical ability or level.
Some people do, some don't.
Most people don't.
That
You just
person was
doing it, most people don't.
yeah, listen.
They shouldn't. I mean, I think sometimes it's a reason why some things are illegal because
Yeah.
let's say only nurses can give drugs. They don't let CNAs give drugs. They don't let janitors give drugs because it's a certain level thing you have to know to do that.
Right,
And
for sure.
it's dangerous to be handing out food, physical discipline. You know what I mean? Without any accountability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. It's not too far from gang mentality. You know what I mean? At least gang, you get jumped in one time, and then you have to put in work to go on to certain levels, right? And if you don't want to rank up, you don't have to rank up. You can be where you are. Everybody got jumped in. You know what I mean? Or they had to do what they had to do to get in.
Yeah.
But they're putting these kids through weeks of hazing and
Oh,
things like
100%.
that. But hazing's been a part of the tradition of many secret organizations or elite organizations. You got to go through something to gain something.
Right. So y'all think presidents? You think presidents? You think you just fill out an application and become the president? That's what y'all. I hope people don't think that.
Nah, but one thing about it, with each president, it's already been taught from time you was 5, 6 years old. And you wouldn't understand it then because you number 5, 6, but then when you get 25, 30, it's kind of like what parents taught us, like, you won't understand until you get older. And then once you get older, like, oh, dang, now I see what you was talking about. Now I see what you was talking about.
And that's a great segue to the next slide. And we end on this social media narrative. What are some of the solutions our communities need? If you can come up with a couple of solutions, what do you think?
To what problem?
Any problem you can think of that you think, any problem. Like for me, literacy, man. We can have a building of kids who just can come sit down and be still and just read because the scores are so bad with literacy, nationwide actually. But I think kids when they get out of school now, man, they so moving around so much, they kind of just left to their own imaginations. I think if we could have something like that to really get them back into understanding why you need literacy at a foundational level anyway, and then really to just get them back on par. You know what I'm saying? But that's just one of mine though. But.
And it's just, I mean, I understand that, you know what I mean? But I think the whole system is messed up. They're just training you not to learn, to not to be curious, you don't need to read to comprehend. You just need to read well enough to do a job. And then you get a job, you know what I mean? If you can't get a job, you go to jail. And then you just it's like the cattle thing, you know what I mean? They're sorting you out to different things. It's hard for parents to spend time with their kids because we got an 8-hour workday. And and they got to go to school, and they get out of school before the parents get out of work and things like that. So I think after school programs and things like that are really good. I just think we need to look at a model, an example that works. I think in those northern countries, Norway, Finland, they got their schools scores are really high on literacy and things like that. Hey, we should say, hey, what we've been doing for the last 100, 200, 300 years is not working. We're not.
Well, you got to think if you're doing
kids, we need to overhaul the whole school system.
So, do you think it's the school, or you think it's what they're doing when they get out of school?
I think it's the whole school system. We're doing things okay. You're saying the school system worked because 70%. No. You're saying the school system works because 70% of the people maybe get out of high school, and then they can't go on. Then only 10 or 20% of that goes on to higher education. It's the structure of the things. Some people get it, some people don't. It's a bad structure.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to allude to. I was like, man, you got the whole structure system. It got to be broken down and started back over, because evidently whatever was working, it's not working now. Like we on a different program now. Like we on Windows 98. These kids, they were like, "What is Windows?"
I think there are kids that's getting a lot of opportunity now. They just don't want to do it.
The opportunities, but the school still works the same. When we went to school,
You're making my point. You're actually making my point.
We went to school that had 8 tracks, right? And now we had CDs and stuff like that. Now we don't even use CDs, cassettes. The technology has changed so much. It's a computer in everybody's hands, but the education system has not changed.
But what I'm saying is, what do the kids do at home? I'm saying, what do the kids do at home when they get out of school? That's what I'm saying. Because do you got to learn at home too? Do you supposed to learn at home too? Yes or no?
Yeah,
man, we didn't learn.
Adults are supposed to teach their.
Because it sounds like y'all saying parents should just depend on the school to teach their kids. That's what it sounds like.
No, we're saying the system is broken. We can get through it. Let's say it's a minefield. It's got barbed wire and landmines out there, but I can teach my kid to navigate through those landmines and be a productive member of society. I can do that.
I just seen a video of a kid fighting the teacher over the cell because the teacher had a cell phone.
We're not talking about them. We're not talking about those kids. We're talking about the kids that want to learn and things like that. That's totally different. That's a behavioral problem. That's a mental, that's not the parents sitting down with them reading. No matter how smart a kid is, if they're making this kid.
Guess what the problem is?
This kid makes all A's. This kid can read at a college level.
Yeah.
If they got a bad attitude and they want to hit a teacher, that has nothing to do with that child's literacy. That child is making bad life choices. You know what I mean? That child is violent.
But I think as a whole, it's a lot of kids making bad life choices. They're not caring about education, from what I'm seeing.
But
those are two different things. That's education.
But it's being mixed in the same pot. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But you don't have a solution for that.
Yeah,
that's what I just said.
It's not just about the kids.
But what I said is teach them how to be still. When they get home, they're not being still.
Are you crazy? With the amount of people who have ADD, have all these newly diagnosed things that they just discovered in the last 50 to 100 years. People are on the spectrum. They cannot sit down like that. Their
and guess
brains
what?
don't work the same. And you're saying, hey, just sit them down and be quiet, and then they'll be smarter.
And that's what I'm gonna say. That's when you have. That's why parents got to learn how to use that to them kids' advantage. Like when a kid can't sit down like that, okay, let me figure out what can I, what can I do, or what can I put them in, or do something to like damn. Like
But if
when
you
we,
don't got the money, you can't do it. It
man,
costs.
That's another thing. The system. Let's go. You're saying basically the system. It takes money to even teach your kid. You just said it takes money to teach your kid how to read. You know what I mean? If you don't have the money because you got to go to work, you don't have the time because you got to make the money to feed the kid, so you don't have the time to teach the kid. So you got to eat food or knowledge. You know what I mean? And when you're in a poverty situation, you got to make choices like that.
Yeah.
It's the system thing again.
Mm-hmm.
you gotta destroy the whole system and figure out. You got to figure out like certain parts. Okay, this can work. This can work. Nah, that ain't gonna work because it's gonna be the same repetitive
And
thing.
guess what? If you win a lottery and you got a kid without a mental defect, a behavioral defect, your kid can listen, sit, read, and sit still for 10 minutes. Guess what? You just won the lottery of kids. You know what I mean? A lot of kids can't sit down.
I don't know.
A lot of kids have learning disabilities they don't even know about. Dyslexia, and you got to get them diagnosed for that. Now, if your kid doesn't have dyslexia, your kid is not hyperactive, ADD, go thank God tonight that your child doesn't have a
I
mental
think if
problem.
these kids can sit down and learn for social media, Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, I think they can sit down and read.
It wasn't even.
See, guess what? That's old school thinking. You don't understand
that's fine.
How the human mind works. So a person that has ADD, their mind is really quick. Their attention span is real quick. TikTok and social media is very quick. It multitasks their brain. It really reaches them on their level of thinking. They think that fast. Kids think that fast, and you're teaching them at a very slow rate.
Yeah. And
it doesn't keep their attention. And you're saying, hey, your brain works really fast. Sit down.
You know what my teachers taught me in I think it was like second, third grade. I had the behavior issues like everybody else. You know what they did? They took me and put me in a junior high class. Shit, I couldn't do nothing but sit still and learn. Cause everything that they was teaching me, shit, I about already knew anyway.
And that's problem as well.
And
I just don't have the energy. If I had the energy, I'd go there. I just don't have the energy.
I know it like
I know, huh?
Like
because you think it's a thing. Hey, if these kids would sit down and be quiet and read like a slave, if you would sit down and play your role and do your role.
Why is reading like slave? Why is learning how to read like a slave?
No,
That's
it's
weird.
not.
You're talking about the way you're wanting to teach them. You're
so teaching them how to be still is a bad thing. Teaching them how to be still and learn is a bad thing.
If they cannot, if that's something, there's so much new information out.
Like I say,
I can't even like when I be sitting in meetings, I can't sit still. Like what's already.
But how do you teach yourself something new though?
Like
at 40, but you can't teach yourself how to be still. How do you teach yourself something new when it comes along?
I can't sit still. It like after.
I mean, I know I had ADD before, but my mom trained me to sit still. But that's a whole nother story.
That's what I'm saying.
But there's different levels.
She added it to my game. She added it to my game with that leather strap. But man, I got to get off.
There's different levels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And guess what? You can train a dog to do a certain thing. You can train a cat to use the bathroom in the toilet if you have enough motivation or abuse in that cat. If that cat want to stop getting shocked, it'll do the right thing. It'll figure it out.
I don't know. I think kids, if you teach them how to read and
because you're not qualified or you're not even open-minded enough.
That's totally fine.
Because you don't even
That's fine.
To some extent, you don't believe in mental illness.
I'm not saying that.
No, I mean,
I said I think you can overcome mental illness. I never said I don't believe me. I said you can overcome mental illness.
And
I
that's
never
crazy.
said I don't believe.
And that is absolutely bananas.
Through God, all things are possible. I'm ending on that, guys. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but through God, all things are possible.
Some motherfuckers just
No,
fucked up that shit.
Dude just said you can pray through schizophrenia, but God
If you
can,
believe, if you got the faith of a mustard seed, you can.
Yeah, but
God can do anything, and He can cure you from schizophrenia.
If you have the
drug
faith of a
abuse,
mustard seed, you can move
and
mountains,
He can.
man.
And God, and He absolutely can, and you can with faith. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of stuff we can't speak of because we've never been addicted to stuff. We like stuff.
But we all have struggles that we went through. I know I did. I don't know about y'all, but I went through struggles.
Different from addiction and like
but everybody has a struggle, though. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's struggle is different, but everybody has a struggle. Now you're trying to make one struggle more than another, but everybody has a struggle.
No. It is. One struggle is more. Each struggle is uniquely individual to a person and things like that. And the struggles aren't on the same level. Normal hardship is hardship. You know what I mean? Normal hardship is hardship, and some stuff is not normal.
Okay.
You just can't, like, some people, I like chocolate cake. I'm addicted. No, you're not addicted to chocolate cake like that person is addicted to heroin or crack. It's not the same. But through all things Christ possible.
But like I say, I can go deeper into it.
Man, I could. I just got the energy, but I'm pretty ready to close out now.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go deeper, and I probably should say this, and I probably shouldn't say this. Like, I know me and John, we didn't see each other for years. And then when we first ran into each other, he ain't saying nothing about it. I was in a mental hospital. Why? Because my brain was moving too fast. Too fast. Like everything, I understand when I say they put me in class with 7th and 8th graders in 3rd grade. You're moving too fast. And it's tough to sit down like that with everything. When you have to sit in the class with people that's regular people that's messed up and stuff like that, like, man, you already comprehend everything. Like, everything. Like, we just can't blame it on the kids.
I'm not blaming on the kids. I'm just trying to get them the way out.
You can't just beat Peel until he sits down.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying.
Sometimes you gotta redirect the attention to these parents too, and realize, like, and it's cool, like you can be like, my kid's not like that, but the whole time the kid be going through some stuff, and you don't even want to accept it because you a parent. Like, no, it's okay. That's okay. Like, hey.
And God bless anybody who has a normal child. They can just sit their child down for 30 minutes, and child can read, and they can talk to them in a calm voice and say, "Hey, you just need to focus. This is reading." Right. And if you can do that with your child, bless you. You know what I mean?
All right, guys, better get off here, man. But I coughed my lung out, man. Man, I get with y'all, getting y'all butt so bad, man. But all right, guys. Anything y'all should say when we get out of here, man? Because I'm about.
Man, you can't ban the snowman, man. You can't.
What?
trying to
Oh man, that's funny.
I'm just
all right, guys. We finna sign out this thing, man. Catch y'all next week.